Vortex here, and I'm back with a quick review of the Centrance DACport HD, which is a USB amplifier and DAC. USB powered amplifier and DAC. There's no battery in this. They do a version that's battery powered, but I can't remember the actual name, but it's basically this, and it's thicker. I can't remember the name, but it's more expensive. Anyway, so Centrance DACport HD. There is another version that's cheaper than this, which I don't think is available anymore, called the DACport Slim. It's in exactly the same casing. I don't think it does 32-bit, and I don't think it's as powerful for memory. It's in the same casing, but it says Centrance all in the middle in larger text. So before I explain that, this is from Massdrop, by the way, before I forgot to mention it. All drop as they're called now. I've had this for maybe a year, 18 months. I think I bought it around that kind of time. So it's very simple. I'll show you in more detail. That's it. So there's the specs. So it can do DSD, if you're a DSD person, DSD 128. It needs drivers, but I'll get to that in a bit. So it does 32-bit up to 384. So you can do Mac and Linux, no drivers, but for PC you need drivers. I'll see if I can link to where you get them. You have to submit your email address, I think, for like the newsletter. Well, I'll link to that in the description. So it's got 3.5 jack, and it can do line out, but I'll explain that in a bit. Maximum output power 775 milliwatts. That's like a lot from something that's USB powered. No battery, no battery, and that's over USB 2, which is quite a lot. And there's the sizes. Website. Yes, Centrance. They either make their own gear, which is quite expensive, but the gear's quite good, like very good, or they are the manufacturers of components that go in really high-end gear. Centrance, normally they know what they're doing, and they're an American firm. Like in the UK, I don't know how many people know of them, but they were, there's some decent stuff. In the box you get USB cable, kind of generic. Obviously full size USB to micro. It's been out for a couple of years, so there's no type C. Get this pouch, which is, I don't know if you can see the material on the camera. There you go. It's not too bad. See, fits alright. And just instructions. If you know how to use an amp DAC, then you should be fine, but it comes with instructions. So there you go. Full metal casing. Obviously micro USB. Because it's an analog volume control, so so easy to do. And that's so useful if you've got sensitive earphones plugged in, because you have so much range instead of my SMSL idea I have here. Instead of going up in steps, boom, 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 that's got more range. This is more powerful than that as well, but yeah, because of analog, and because it fits in your hand, super easy to use. I like the volume control, massive range, nothing there. 3.5 out, and it does line out, like I said before. For you to use it as line out, you have to use full volume and in high gain. That's line out, simple as that. So recessed switch, and the easiest way to do it is actually using the corner of that to flick it across. Otherwise you need something like a SIM tool, something like that. Works fine, but obviously if you've got the cable on you, you can just use the corner of the micro USB to move it across. Simple. And that's the casing, that's it. 1, 2, 3, that's it. So Cons, I'll get into the cons. Output impedance is 1 ohm, which is more than this. This is 0.2, I think, ohm output impedance, which means for sensitive IEMs you have no problem at all. It's quite clean. But because this is 1 ohm, in theory it's a little bit hot. If you have something sensitive, it's a little bit more. It can be a little bit more problematic. It can sound kind of weird. But I've tried this with everything I have, and it does the play fine whatsoever. So your mileage may vary with the output impedance. Like, I had no issue at all. And it gets warm because it's a Class A amplifier. This gets warm. Well, it can even get hot, which is fine. It's supposed to. If you buy this, it gets hot. It's fine as long as you don't get scalded. It's fine because it's meant to run warm. It's got the AKM 4490 DAC, which is quite well regarded. That's in here. And the other con is noise floor. You can hear it. Headphone users, if your headphones are hard enough to drive, you probably won't notice. If you're using earphones, you may notice, but when you start to play music, you can't hear it. It's just when it's like on, if you've got something paused, or if you've just got earphones plugged in, you'll hear the noise floor. And that's it really. I think on drop at the moment it's $120-ish, which is way less than it was when the HD model came out. I'm sure it was $120. And that's it. Yes, so yeah, USB 2 powered, not much to say really. It sounds really good, it sounds really clean. Apart from the noise floor, it sounds great. It does exactly what it's supposed to, but say for Windows users, you need the drivers. And that's it. Not much I can say really. It's a solid unit. It's probably the most powerful DAC I know of. And because it's got a proper volume control, it's very usable. There's no LEDs or anything to show you it's in use. It's kind of simple, very well built. It works good. But it's $120, and something like this is like half the price. That's a lot more on paper. That's a lot more powerful than that is. But look at the size difference. That runs warm as well. That using the ESS DAC. Obviously that's an AKM DAC, but twice the price. Do I recommend this? Yes. This is probably even good enough for desktop use. If your headphones aren't crazy hard to drive, you could technically use this for desktop. But reality, it's for laptop users. But I recommend this. It's good, but it's $120. So it's not cheap, but it's a solid piece of equipment. And you get what you pay for, which is power and portability. So you can see how we set the switches. So that's it, guys. The review of the DACport HD. Here, I do have the slim version, which is here. Told you it's exactly the same. I've had this one for ages, but see. But what I don't get is on Drop's promotion, the pictures for this model. It's got that on there, but yeah. Same size, same port location. They're not twins, but yeah, that's it, guys. I'm out. Good, but pricey. Centrance gear's not cheap, but like I said, you get what you pay for. So yeah, good stuff. I'm out, and I'll catch all you guys in the next video.